Krishna. Narasimha Chaturdasi Mahamahotsav ki Jai. So, before we begin, I seek the blessings of all the senior devotees, His Grace, Shri Prabhuji, Dayalati Mataji, Krishna Swamiji. And I request each of you to please bless me so that we can discuss something in the glorification of the Lord and can take away something which we can apply in our life from here on. Okay. So we begin with the Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Radhi Swadanam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahaganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Shri Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Varevacha Haridanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sundravani Paschatya Vishadani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, am I audible? Is it okay? So, this topic of Narasimha Deva, especially the Prahlad Maharaj, is very dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our dear Srila Prabhupada. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while he was in Puri, he used to hear the pastime of Prahlad Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj more than 100 times. Every day when they go, like they read the same pastime and it goes on for hundreds of days. Okay? Gadadhar Pandita is reciting Bhagavatam. A Bhagavatam where there is no writing, it is all washed with the tears of Gadadhar Pandita and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is Bhagavatam, but no one can read. Later, when Srinivasa Acharya was asked to go and look for a copy of Bhagavatam, after a lot of struggle, he reached and he found the copy which Gadadhar Pandita used to read. But then he found there was nothing visible because of the tears of Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandita. And then Srila Prabhupada, if there is one personality in entire Bhagavatam whom Srila Prabhupada has described most, then it is Prahlad Maharaj. Okay. So, what is the meaning of Prahlada? Prahlada means Prakristya Rupena Alada means one who is fully absorbed into the thoughts of Lord Narayana. Another meaning is one who is fully absorbed and even makes the Lord absorbed. This is unique. Now, how is that possible? When we directly go Narasimha Lila pillar and Narasimhadev appearing from the pillar, and when Narasimhadev appears, he tells Prahlad Maharaj, because you had prayed that I should not appear earlier. We all know Hiranyakashipu tried to kill Prahlad Maharaj so many times, right? And very first time when he attempted to kill Prahlad Maharaj, Narasimhadev wanted to appear then and there. But then Prahlad Maharaj was praying, like Haridas Thakur, who was taken to 22 marketplaces, right? Because he was asked to give up the chanting of the holy name, and he did not do. And then Haridas Thakur was praying for uh, those set of people who were beating him. Yes. So now Prahlad Maharaj uh, is a devotee, so he was always praying for his father and everyone. Now, when all the demigods, starting from Brahmaji, then Shiva, Yakshas, Nagas, Vishnu Dutas, okay, Vishnu Parsad, okay, they are telling to Narasimhadev, oh Lord, please try to remember, he is not Hiranyakashipu. He is originally what? He is originally one among Jay and Vijay. And because you had an agreement that you appear for either 7 births as a devotee or 3 births as an enemy. So they had chosen to become an enemy. And why did they do so? Because Lord wanted to enjoy the Virya Rasa. Okay? So there's a long past time, we'll not go into detail. When Mother Lakshmi was massaging the feet of Lord, wherever she is massaging, that place becomes reddish. Okay, and then she is telling, Lord is telling, please do it aram side. Don't put so much force. And Lakshmi Devi is saying, and we need very aram side. But if you are feeling pain in this one, what will happen when you actually fight with the enemies? And then Lord says, no, there is no enemy who can fight with me. Only if some devotee, okay, then he wants to act as my enemy, then only probably I can enjoy it. And this is where it is just a small connection, how Jai Vijay. And wherever we should pass it, they are reminding the Lord that, oh Lord, please come back to your normal form because everybody is angry. When we do Abhishekam, we do Suswagatam, Krishna, we do so many things. But now, Lord has appeared and everybody is standing 1 kilometer far. They're doing Aarti from there. Nobody is coming close. So, finally, uh, Prahlad Maharaj was sent by Brahmaji, and then Lord tells this thing that I wanted to appear earlier. Then Prahlad Maharaj was given a garland, and then he had to offer that garland to Narasimhadev. But Narasimhadev is so tall, he cannot reach. So sometimes what we see is like when some Maharaj comes and he asks a child to offer the garland, so Maharaj, they, they bend so that they reach to the same level. Narasimhadev is bending again for Prahlad Maharaj. But now, after bending also, Prahlad Maharaj is not able to reach. And then what do we do? So, Narasimhadev took Prahlad Maharaj and kept over his shoulder so that he garlands him now. Okay. Now, like a true father, Narasimhadev is kissing the head of Prahlad Maharaj. And I learned this by preparing this. It is one of the symbol of fathers expressing their loves. They smell child. Okay, this is like that. Prahlad Maharaj is smelling the head, and then because he was in the form of lion, half man, half lion. So Narasimha Dev is licking the whole body of Prahlad Maharaj to express his love. And secondly, like a lion or lioness when they try to see if their child is okay, cub is okay. So like that, Narasimha Dev is licking every part of body of Prahlad Maharaj, seeing if any of the attempt by Hiranyakashipu has injured him a little bit. So he's licking whole body. And now Prahlad Maharaj is feeling ecstasy. And then Narasimha Dev is not able to understand what bliss is experienced by Prahlad Maharaj when he is licking the body. And something very similar to Lord Krishna when yes. So Narasimha Dev appears as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? Because he wanted to experience how Srimati Radharani, the devotees feel in their heart. So now Narasimha Dev takes a note. All my previous incarnations, whatever has happened. Whether it is Veena Avtara, Kurma Avtara, Vara Avtara, and now Narasimha Avtara. But from here on, any incarnation that I appear, I make sure I have some parents. I'll not just appear like that. Okay? And then we see whether it is Krishna, Rama, Buddha, always, always parents are there. No other incarnation after. So we recite the verse now from Srimad Bhagavatam, and this is the prayer from Prahlad Maharaj, and try to recite this. Yadi dasyasi me kaman varam samvaradarshava kamanam hridasarroham bhavatastu varanivaram. I need one Prabhuji and one Mataji, please recite the words. Can someone please?
Dasyasi me kaman varam samvaradarshava kamanam hridasarroham bhavatastu varanivaram. Yadi dasyasi me kaman varam svam varadarshava kamanam hridasarroham bhavatastu varanivaram.
Yes. I want the translation. Can someone from Prabhuji please read the translation?
Oh my Lord, rest of the givers of the
So in Hindi it is called Kam Ka Kam Tamam. Means no desire. One desire after which we have no other desire. Someone from Mataji can please read the perfect. I guess there are two paragraphs. One each, two Mataji's can read. Little upper Prabhuji.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us how to pray for benedictions from the Lord. He said, Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisa kamhari mama janmani janmanishware bhavada bhakti adipagitve. Oh my Lord, I don't want from you any amount of wealth, nor many followers, nor a beautiful wife. For these are all materialistic desires. But if I have to ask you for any benediction, I pray that in whatever form of life I may take my birth under any circumstances, I will not be direct of your transcendental devotional service. Devotees are always on the positive platform in contrast to the Mayavadis, who want to make everything impersonal or void. One cannot remain void, Shunyavadi, rather, one must possess something. Therefore, the devotee on the positive side wants to possess something, and this possession is very nicely described by Prahlad Maharaj, who says, if I must take some benediction from you, I pray that within the core of my heart there may be no material desires. The desire to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not at all material. Very good.
So, what is that something? This is referred that devotee has something. So we try to go a little deeper. What is that something? So this shloka and the purport explains we should always be very very alert. Prahlad Maharaj is Mahajan, and then he is praying to the Lord that, oh Lord, I don't want anything. I have no desire. Still, if you want to give me, I have only one desire. And that one desire is let me not have any other desire from here on in my life. Other than serving the Lord. Because the last line, the desire to serve the Lord is not a material desire. That is what Prabhupada mentions. Prabhupada makes sure, like a father, we never go that right. If someone wants to misuse this purport, without the last line, there could be small possibility that someone may say, I have no desire, and no desire of Krishna also. Right? So Prabhupada makes sure that we don't go left, we don't go right. And someone, Prabhupada says that we always sing, right? Shunyavadi, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. So this purport reminds that we are also Shunyavadi. But then, what type of Shunyavadi we are? So, Rupa Goswami says, right? Anya Abhilasita Shunyam. So, no other material is there. Now, Srila Prabhupada we all know this past time, most of us. Prabhupada was once praying very deeply, and then the devotees are asking, Prabhupada, what are you praying? And Prabhupada says that I'm praying that I may not be affected by the influence of Maya. So this verse also reminds, right, that every day, I had never heard from a very serious sannyasi, every day we have to earn the love for Krishna. It's not like today I did best service and this is the best service of my life. And then agreement. Next 5 years, Krishna and I. No. Every day we have to earn. Okay? King Kulishekara Alwar, again, great, one of the great Alvars, praying Krishna Tavadiya Pada Pankaj Panjarantam Adevame Vishatu Manas Raj Hamsa Prana Prayan Samaye Kapavata Pittao Kantavarodana Vidau Smaranna Kutaste. So, King Kulshekar Alwar on the very same line is praying to the Lord that, oh Lord, today I am healthy. My consciousness is okay and I can remember you. I don't know what will happen when I grow old due to the effect of Kapavat Pitta. I don't know what will be my consciousness. Please accept my prayers now because I don't know what will happen in the future. So we should always be alert. Okay? Now, what is the benefit of becoming alert? The benefit is that ito Narasimha parato Narasimha yato yami ato Narasimha Mahir Narasimha Hriday Narasimha. Right? So Prahlad Maharaj is saying Krishna is there inside, outside, here, there. But then are we seeing Krishna? We are singing every day, right? Maybe twice or maybe more than twice in a day. But yes, it is good that we sing. But what after that? Are we able to see Krishna? Okay? So It is something like milk is there, and the milk has the butter, but then there is a process. How do we take the butter out from the milk? We make the curd and then we churn it, right? And then the butter comes out. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhe Kabunaye Chavanadi Shuddha Chitta Kariye Udaraye. So we have to churn. And how do we churn? By hearing. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema. All of us, every living entity in this world and in any part of any universe is by birth Krishna conscious. We don't have to do something to let the Krishna consciousness take birth in the heart of the devotee. No. Krishna consciousness is there, right there. Not 99.99%. 100% it is there. Full Krishna consciousness. But then what is missing? As we hear, right? Shravana Adi, Shuddha, Chitta, Kariya Udaya. When we hear, right, then that temporary cloud of ignorance fades away, and then we see Krishna, and then we say, yes, Ito Narasimha, Bhargava Narasimha. Because now we can see. So now we are going to, for the rest of the 45 minutes, we are going to focus on one word. That one word is our takeaway of today. Okay? It's a group of word, but yeah, meaning is one. So that word is Krishna Graha Grahit Atma. Sorry, long word, four words actually. Krishna Graha Grahit Atma. So we all have seen or experienced or talked or have heard people saying, I'm having Shani Dasha, Mangal Dasha, this, right? So now we need to have one more Dasha, Krishna Dasha. Right? Which planet? Krishna Graha. Right? So Krishna Graha, Grahit Atma. So we need to be diseased with the Krishna Graha. Okay? So we will repeat this with mercy of Srila Prabhupada. We'll make sure that all of us remember this word. Then we go. Okay? So next 45 minutes, please. Now, Srila Prabhupada, one of his disciples, his parents were very rich. And then the parents called one psychiatrist because he was following Srila Prabhupada. And then the psychiatrist was so expert, he was known that nobody on the earth could be there with that psychiatrist more than few minutes. He will deprogram that person. He was so expert. And that psychiatrist spent an hour with this new disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And then he came running out of the room, saying, if I spend one extra minute with this boy, I will become Hare Krishna. This is the example of Krishna Graha Grahit. Right? Krishna Graha Grahit Atma. Now, what are the symptoms of a person? We'll take the very example of Prahlad Maharaj. Demigods asked him, were you not feeling fearful when you were attacked by snakes? And then Prahlad Maharaj says, I worship Lord Vishnu, who is always sleeping on the Ananta Shesha. Why would then Ananta Shesha is the servant of Lord Krishna in the form of Balramji? So why would Balramji kill me or bite me when I am worshipping the Lord Krishna? Then demigods, very intelligent people, right? More questions until they are satisfied with the keep on asking. Then they say, what about fire? Put into the fire also. They said there, the Yajna Kunda is the mouth of Krishna. Why will a father eat his son? So I have no fear of fire also. Then demigods keep continuing about poison. And they say, again, I worship Lord Krishna. And then when churning of the ocean was done, then Mother Lakshmi came. And with Mother Lakshmi, what else came? Halal Vish. So Halal Vish is the brother of my mother. Why will my mama, maternal uncle, kill me? So then comes the cliff, you were thrown from the top of the mountain, right? And then Prahlad Maharaj says that when Varadev appears, then he protects Mother Earth, Bhudevi, and then she is my mother. Why will any mother on the earth kill a person when the child is thrown in the lap of the mother? So I have no fear, even when I was thrown from the cliff. So we learn that Prahlad Maharaj, how he was Krishna, Grahid, Atma. Now who is our such Krishna Grahid Atma? And he is our Srila Prabhupada. We understand how he is. Because Prahlad Maharaj, we read in the scriptures, Prabhupada, we have not met Prabhupada personally. But then, the arrangement of Krishna, we know, all of us sitting here, we know so many Maharaj who have personally spent time with Maharaj. Right? So, how Prabhupada meets this? Prabhupada was in Chandni Chowk, New Delhi, and then he was attacked by a bull while distributing back to Golden Jail. And then he goes for printing, and the printer knows Prabhupada did not have anything since morning. He wanted to save that few rupees, actually few paisas at that time, so that the money saved could be used in the service of Krishna by printing the books. We know the story of Jaladuta. Prabhupada was there on the Jaladuta and 2 heart attacks. Right? So when he reached US, his typewriter was stolen. And Prabhupada was not doing it for himself. He was doing it for the pleasure of Krishna. But then he faced one challenge after another, like Prahlad Maharaj we discussed. So now one set of devotees, they ask Srila Prabhupada, why are we discussing about Srila Prabhupada? To be fully clear how Srila Prabhupada followed the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj and why and how we should be following the steps of Srila Prabhupada. So when some devotees asked Srila Prabhupada, how could you travel all around the world, meet so many different kind of people, and then whomever you meet, you so boldly you are always convincing them that Krishna is there and he is the supreme personality of Godhead. So Prabhupada says, what do I do? Because when I go there, I meet people and they say Krishna don't exist. They say Krishna does not exist. But I see Krishna face to face all the times. How can I keep quiet when they are not accepting the existence of the Lord? So I have to speak to them and then convince. Then one new disciple, when Prabhupada came for the first time, so when Prabhupada comes for the first time from US with these dancing white elephants, so one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada goes to one of the temple in Vrindavan, and then the Pujari of Vrindavan tells, "You are doing it so nicely. Thank you, Guru. You are doing it so nicely. In your next birth, you continue like this. In your next birth, you will become a son in the house of a Pujari in Vrindavan." And that disciple was very happy, and he comes and tells Prabhupada, one of the Pujari told me this thing. And then Prabhupada said, you go in tomorrow, and then tell the same Pujari, you are also doing it nicely. You continue like this. Next birth, you will take birth in ISKCON. And you will follow. Now, Prahlad Maharaj preached in the Gurukul, right, with the sense of urgency. One day, he never used to go for playing, okay, or the free period. He was sitting and meditating on the Lord. All the boys, classmates, they invite Prahlad Maharaj, and then Prabhupada finds that as an opportunity to preach them. Okay? And then he explains that Komara Macharit. So, see, our real jewel is the writings of Srila Prabhupada. Our one single aim in this life is to develop the close relationship with the words of Srila Prabhupada. Because these words are the direct connection of us with those personalities whom Srila Prabhupada is describing. So, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Komara Macharet Shuka, means you should start practicing when you are 5 years of age. Did Prahlad Maharaj did so? He was practicing Krishna consciousness right when he was there in the womb. So, if we want, right, again, it is possible with the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. At least we should try to cultivate a mood that we preach what we at least want to follow. Right? We always say, fake it until you make it. I'm not doing it, but if I don't speak, when will I follow it? So, when Sannyasi Maharaj tells, well, it's good, you fake it until you make it, but then don't fake it so much that other people start accepting you are doing it really. Don't fake it so much that we ourselves are fully believe that I'm actually doing it. And don't fake it so much that we stop praying that we actually want to follow it one day. Okay? We speak with the intention that I don't have that quality, but one day I want to follow that. I want to be there. I'm not there. I want to be there. So why are we connecting that story with here? Prahlad Maharaj is telling to start from 5 years. It's not like he started in 10 years and then telling you start from 5 years. He followed from when he was there in the womb. Then he's telling the subset because he followed it. When we follow with honesty, by giving the entire credit to Srila Prabhupada, why entire credit? We are like His Holiness Ram Patswal Maharaj was telling in the recent visit. We are like an arrow. If an arrow starts giving the credit to itself, that this is I who could reach that much distance and I killed the enemy, then this is the fullest arrow on the earth. Right? So we are an arrow in the hands of Srila Prabhupada. He is speaking. He is one of the recent messages, one of the groups was Srila Prabhupada is preaching us privately in the public forum. Each one of us has direct connection with Srila Prabhupada. What is the proof? We can take a 5 minutes break, give a sheet of paper to everybody, and ask them to share their religions. There will be so many realizations. That is happening why? Because Srila Prabhupada is preaching us privately in the public forum. Now, how Srila Prabhupada is Krishna Graha Grahit Atma? He was there in US and trying to distribute books in one of the store, and one old lady immediately rejects. No, you cannot keep your books here. And then Prabhupada said, I am an old man, I am tired. Can I please sit here for some time? The lady said, okay, sit. Prabhupada says, can I have one glass of water? Lady offers. And now Prabhupada knows that because he has served, let me again try. And Prabhupada again asks, can I keep these books in your store? And the lady says yes. His Holiness Chaturdasi Swami Maharaj, Jayanand Prabhu, he gave the hammer that we are here because of Srila Prabhupada, because of Chaturdasi, because of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Some service. How much big service? If we have love for the Lord, then the weight of the service is not carried by the amount of service. It is carried by the love that we have. Example, we can just do Anumodan. Anumodan means just approve in the heart what they are doing is good. We are not doing the service. Just the devotees, they are doing kirtan, and we just realize in our heart, oh, I'm not able to join them, but they are doing it nicely. This is called Anumodan. Accepting and appreciating that in the heart without actually doing an action. That opens the account of the Sukriti, and that person is bound to become Krishna consciousness. How important it is that we are able to see it? No, it's not important. We are here on a mission. If a soldier in the battlefield starts counting the bullet that I shot, whether the person is killed or not, that is not the best service that the soldier is doing. He has to shoot the arrow of Krishna consciousness and move forward. The person is taken care by Krishna. He will make sure the person is materially dead. We have to just pass a message. Now, we discuss about Srila Prabhupada. We discuss about now who is a very great disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He is known as Mahavishnu Govind Swami Maharaj. Maharaj went to Rajkot and he had great love for Srimad Bhagavatam. He was His Holiness Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj was telling this in his lecture. So he was telling that Maharaj was around 60 to 70 years age. His hands were trembling. He asked for service. He was not given any service, any physical service. And he was told, you read Bhagavatam and you do the service. Maharaj went to Rajkot and then below a tree, he is reading Bhagavatam. And the devotees are asking, Maharaj, can we prepare a small, very small room for you so that you can practice and we can hear from you below that tree? And then this reminds us of Thomas Rishi. Says there is no time. We will read the Bhagavatam below that tree. And he continued for months without caring for anything outside. Okay. Now, one businessman comes to Maharaj and then says, Maharaj, I had a desire to make a temple. I wanted to make. And then, can I make one temple for you? Maharaj says, I don't mind. So, the Rajkot temple came like this. Maharaj was reading Bhagavatam, preaching Bhagavatam below the tree. And then Krishna is taking care. Whatever is required, His Holiness, Vrindavan Chandra Goswami Maharaj, in the initial lecture of Madhurya Kadambini says, Bhakti is such a powerful tool in our life. If we need any knowledge, if we need any vairagya, Bhakti will make sure we get that thing at the time that we need it. So we don't need to run behind the knowledge. Anything and everything will follow. It will follow the place when we follow the Bhakti. Okay? So Maharaj's example was proving that. Now in Orissa, there was one Narasimha Chaturdasi drama was happening. And then one devotee was given the role of Narasimha Dev. And he was so much absorbed, when his turn came, he sat on the chest of the person and is literally tearing it apart. Okay? He's doing his best. And then set of devotees are coming in and stopping him. Prabhu, this is drama. Please come back to consciousness. And then they all decided, from now on, we will not give any nursing, they will go to this one. After a certain time, then Dashara comes, and then they thought, Ramlila, they were also sort of devotees like us. So one role had to be given. They thought Dasharath is safe. So they gave the role of Dasharath. And now in the role of Dasharath, which is in Mataji's, when that Lord Rama was banished, okay, and then when this devotee was doing the role of Dasharatha, he's crying, and he's crying so much so that he left his body. So I was hearing from my very nice friend, he was giving a class on final drama. This life is actually a drama. We are into We did not choose which father, which mother, which kids, where we will take birth. It's a drama. So we have to take it as like we are in the final drama. One of the sannyasi says in Vrindavan is that tan karme, money arme. Externally we can be anywhere. It does not matter. Right? But then our mind should be absorbed into the roles of Krishna. Externally, we can be a good actor. Actually, we are a good actor anyway, because we are having so many faces. When we go to, it is not like we have to, like Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema, like that acting is also there inherently. So we don't have to invent anything. Now what we have to do is stop those acting and then use it only for the service of the Lord. Even if at all we have to do those service, let this final time in the final drama, let that acting be used in the service of the Lord by remembering Him only. His Grace Prithu Prabhu says, you say to your family members, your friends and relatives, oh, I take care of you. I love you. I this that. And then Maharaj says, I was hearing this Maharaj was, and then behind the scene you say, Krishna, I love you. To the world we say, yes, I do take care of you, but actually it is Krishna. So we can be doing that drama. Now, what is our problem today? Today, in place of becoming Krishna, Graha, Grahit, Atma, we are Maya, Graha, Grahit, Atma. This was not the word in. So, but just to understand the importance of Krishna Graha, we are taking the importance of, analogy of Maya, Graha, Grahit. So we are seeking pleasure in the Maya. Okay. How much are we different from Hiranyakashipu? Hiranyakashipu, what did he do? He was doing all kinds of material arrangements. Okay. And then he put a big list, right? Big checklist in front of Brahmaji. Not in day, not in night, not in air, not on the earth, not in 12 months. Right? January to December, right? 12 months. So let me not die in these 12 months. Not by astra, sastra, animal, demigod, God, not by anybody. Okay. Now, how are we following the footsteps of Hiranyakashipu? We are taking life insurance. Right? We are doing our term and insurance. Right? We are taking medical insurance. Well, it is not bad. It is not wrong. But are we feeling ourselves insured? Really insured by taking those insurances? That is the question. If we are feeling safe by taking those insurances, then yes, then we have to agree we are accepting the footsteps, following the footsteps of Hiranyakashipu. We are taking those insurances, but we are feeling dependence on the loan. Acceptable. Hari Vilas Prabhu, Mumbai, when Prabhupada was doing morning walk, Prabhupada says that nothing in this world, whether it is our family, money, friends, uh, anything in this world cannot protect us. It is only Krishna who can actually protect. And accepting this fact is the real humility. So now we say that Mukti, Bhukti, Siddhi, Kami is right. Sakala Shant, Krishna Bhakta Nishtam, Ateva Shant. So we are also trying to find our happiness in the things around. Okay? And Indra, I'm explaining the MBS part now. So Indra, everybody in the world used to worship Indra, except Lord Krishna when Nanda Maharaj stopped the Govardhan, when he started the Govardhan Puja, right? So Indra could be satisfied by accepting the service of everybody, right? They were still worshipping, but he wanted completely everything. Right? So this is where he asked those clouds which are used at the time of Samvartaka cloud, at the time of annihilation. Those clouds were ordered. Duryodhana was given an option by Krishna. You take entire Hastinapur entire kingdom of the earth. Just give 5 villages. But no. Daksha, everybody paid the respect except Brahma, who is father. Right? He did not expect respect. But when Shiva alone did not pay the respect, Daksha was angry. Okay? So we want everything, full respect, everything for us. This is how we are following the footsteps of Hiranyakashipu. So we are at the conclusion now. We'll take another 10 to 12 minutes. Do we have time?
Yes.
So now we have to be what? Krishna Graha Grahit Atma. And then we should not be having any hope. Okay? His Grace Chaitanya Chaturdasi Prabhu, in one of his last visit in Bangalore, he was telling that if a person approaches a girl, if a boy approaches a girl and proposes her for a marriage, and the girl says yes, but then the girl asks, why did you propose me? And if the boy says, I proposed because I approached every single earth, every single girl, and everyone rejected me. So please, you accept. And if that girl still accepts, then it is actually Krishna. Because we try everything else. We take all insurance, this, that. Still, every time we are failing. But then, when we approach Krishna, because everybody else in the world has rejected us, and then Krishna still accepts us. So, why to make it so late? Right? Why not to follow the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj and follow it from now, from today? Prabhupada says to Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj that you just give me this lifetime, and then leave it on me, then I'll take care of this. So, and it's not like we have just taken birth. We have spent good portion of our lives already. It's not our day one of in this earth, right? We are not just born. We have spent 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of our life. Let us at least spend more the remaining time. Right? So, towards the conclusion now, Srila Prabhupada, one person asked him that, have you seen Krishna? And Srila Prabhupada says, yes, of course I have seen Krishna. And then Prabhupada asked that same person, have you seen Krishna? And the person says, no, I have not. And then Prabhupada asks, do you want to see Krishna? And then the person takes some time, thinks deeply, and then he tells, no, Prabhupada, I don't want to see Krishna. Now, Prabhupada says, that's why you are not able to see Krishna. What is there to take away from us, from here? Because we don't accept that we don't want to see Krishna. The person was at least honest. He took his time. Our problem is we don't know whether we actually want Krishna or not. Okay? So, because if we wanted Krishna, Bhagavad Gita 2.40, right? Neha Vikramo Nasu Asti. We are here because we have done some bhakti. We have got a lot of blessings of Srila Prabhupada. But then something was missing, due to which we are still here. Why don't we introspect ourselves and then be more serious? What was that something? Right? In the purport, there was some, right? There was one word. Something devotee experience in that. So again, the question is, what is that something which we could not complete in the past life? We are still here. Why am I not taking the Krishna consciousness as seriously as I should be? We all accept. But then, what is stopping us? It's a question of introspection, a question of prayer to Srila Prabhupada. That I don't know. Right? We always discuss, we don't know what we don't know. So we don't even know even this also. Why we are also serious. So, only when someone is demanding, only then only that person will. If a person is loving us so much, then only that person will demand us. Krishna loves us so much, then only he wants our 100% attention. When we go on the road for book distribution, how many people look at us, change their way, right? Even if the phone is dead, but they are turning the call. Right? So, because why? There is no love, there is no connection, no expectation. Krishna loves us so much that that's why he is expecting so much from us. Okay? So, we have spent so much of our lifetime in studying avidya. Okay? Let us spend at least some portion of that now after realizing and after coming to this platform. One sannyasi in ISKCON says that there are three types of people in this earth. One is fortunate, another is unfortunate, and the third one is most unfortunate. Fortunate are those who gets the association of the devotees. The books of Srila Prabhupada, chanting of the holy name, they are fortunate. Unfortunate are those who don't get it. Very easy to analyze. An analogy, right? Fortunate got, unfortunate did not get. Anybody can answer. Question: who are the most unfortunate? So most unfortunate are any guesses?
Come into the association and then left it.
Then not taking it seriously. Yes. Living, yes, living are like most unfortunate. Most who
They are
comes
in the association but not serious.
not taking it seriously. They are the most unfortunate. So the only difference, right? Formula. Most unfortunate. Right? Answer. This is a quiz, mathematics question. Very deep. Okay. Most unfortunate minus fortunate equal to,
Serious.
yes, Jai. Seriousness. What makes fortunate most fortunate? Seriousness. So the seriousness is what we need. Now we have spent minimum 20 years of our life studying more than 10 hours. I will not go to the maximum limit. We have spent a good amount of, out of 20 years, we have spent on an average more than 10 hours of every day for our avidya. Now there should be somewhat justice. Next 20 years, 10 to 12 hours every day, right? To match what we have done. Actually, Srila Prabhupada, one person goes, ask for learning Mardanga. Okay? He says, Prabhupada, he knows it already. He says he will take double the time because he had to unlearn first. Correct? We all know this example. We have collected avidya, so we need 20 years to forget that, and then 20 years to learn the avidya. But we don't have 40 years. Right? But then at least 10%, right? Not 24 hours, 2 hours, 40 minutes every day, right? His Grace Harikshetra Prabhuji tells in one of his class, when we chant, that is the time which is meant for hearing. That is the best time for hearing. We should hear every day, but let us start our hearing from the chanting of the holy name. Hearing is a capability given to us by the Lord when we took birth. Day 1, hour 1, minute 1, second 1. We just appear on the earth. Appeared means just one. Not appeared. Narasimha appeared. We just fell down. Sorry about that. We just took birth on the earth. And then, let me again correct. We were forced to take birth. And then we can hear immediately, right? We don't have to teach anybody to hear. We teach our kids to speak, right? Have any one of us taught our children how to hear? Because it is there. But now, if a just born child can hear, and we are practicing Krishna consciousness for so many years, and we are saying, Prabhu, I cannot hear. I'm chanting, but I cannot hear. Right? So it is not something that we have to learn. Hearing is there. So now we have to come out of from our comfort zone. Maharaj says that there are three types of zone: comfort zone and crisis zone. Right? This is the solution. How to become Krishna Graha Grahi Bhav Atma. How do we do it? in our real life right now, how do we start it? This is explained by this comfort zone. What is comfort zone? Comfort zone is what? Where we don't have to put any extra effort. And the definition changes. Our desired list also changes, right? Comfort zone definition also changes. When we were practicing Krishna consciousness, very beginning, doing one round was not a comfort zone. It was a stretch zone. So the amount of progress that we all made when we did our first round of chanting, that was into our stretch zone. Now we can chant one round. And with the mercy of Prabhupada, we can chant 16. But now, do we have to stretch to do 16 rounds? If the answer is no, then we have to do something. Right? Comfort zone means something which when does Mike Tyson, he started his counting his push-ups after he's tired. Okay? Means what? As we feel discomfort in doing some service, okay, that is our stretch zone. We should not do it so much so that we are into crisis zone. That is the third category. Okay? Comfort zone very easily. Crisis zone very, very difficult. No, we don't have to be there. We have to be into the stretch zone. If we are able to hear Bhagavatam every day, 1 hour, great. What next? Are we able to do the Jugali digestion? We have eaten, right? Cow eats so much. But then are we just hearing? There was a time when hearing 1 hour was a challenge. Accepted, well noted. But then that is into our comfort zone now. Are we meditating on that? If the answer is no, that is our stretch zone. Now we are able to meditate. What is the stretch zone? Applying that, applying that into our life, that becomes a stretch zone. For this stretch zone, there is no limit. Nobody can say, I am into applying all the things that I learn in my life and I am able to do it comfortably. That will never come because next day, 8 o'clock morning, new Bhagavatam. So we get a chance to apply them also in our life. So you have to be into the stretch zone. And then Sannyasi says that we were not pure when we were in the womb, when we were not pure when we were out of the womb, and then we are not pure even today. But then, what is the rescue? Rescue is taking the shelter of Srila Prabhupada's books. Srila Prabhupada's books, all his disciples tells in the same language. Srila Prabhupada's books are his personal ecstasy. Okay? How we feel most intimately in our heart, and if we write that down, that becomes very, very confidential, right? Krishna's, Prabhupada's feeling with Krishna is his purport. So we see Krishna through his purport. And then Radhanath Swami Maharaj tells that when we take up the responsibility, which responsibilities for which we are not forced, that is a symptom of the love. So we need to follow in footsteps. So last now 5 minutes. We dedicate this thing completely to our Srila Prabhupada because Narada, when Lord Narasimha, we'll come back to Narasimha Chaturdasi now. So when Prahlad Maharaj was asked by Narasimha that you asked me for a boon, and then he says I don't want, and then he says if you still want to give, then give me a desire, right? And then at the end he says, please forgive my father. And Narasimha says, not only you, 21 generation are delivered. And then Narasimha feels little injustice. Why 21? And then he says, everyone in your kula, everyone is delivered. Not only 21 generations. Everyone in your kula, entire lineage, everybody is delivered. Okay? Because when Sudama goes to Krishna in Dwarka, he borrowed the chipped rice from his friends, right? And then Sudama gave it out of his capacity. And Krishna was feeling ashamed. I gave him kingdom and palace. It was very much in my limit. Sudama is a greater giver, better friend when it comes to fulfill the friendship. I am not as great as Sudama, and out of shame he could not tell to Sudama that what I gave. Because Krishna said, I have this in my possession. For me, it is very easy to give. So, yes. So, Srila Prabhupada has extended his mercy. And then one of the initial disciples of Srila Prabhupada, Brahmananda Prabhu, after Prabhupada departs, one of the devotee asks Brahmananda Prabhu that do you feel any difference between how it was when Prabhupada was there and now? And then Brahmananda Maharaj tells, no, a father is always a father. Srila Prabhupada was our father, he is still our father. There is no difference. And then the devotee asks, I'm sensing as if you are comparing Srila Prabhupada at the same level as Krishna. Right? He's saying, Father is always Father, Krishna is Father, Prabhupada is also our Father. There is no difference. Then Brahmananda Prabhu says that that Srila Prabhupada is actually more than Krishna. Because it was Srila Prabhupada who came from mist and he gave us Krishna consciousness. Okay. So, similarly, when Prahlad Maharaj, at the end of the blessing giving ceremony by Narasimha Dev, Prahlad Maharaj says that please don't think that I am changing my job. That today you have given me darshan and tomorrow onwards I will always worship you. I want to dedicate this, I want to worship my spiritual master, Narada. Because when I was in the womb of my mother Katha, Kayadu, it was Narada who had come, like East. Prabhupada came from East. So like that, Narada had come and he had protected me from the demigods who were worshipping, who were going to kill Kayadu. So Prahlad Maharaj dedicated, and he said, I will be still in the, I will still be worshipping my spiritual master. So there is something very important here that we should not do this mistake of, because there are some like sampradayas, right, where they only worship Guru. So bottom line is, with the mercy of Krishna, we get the association of Guru. With the Guru's mercy, we get the darshan and the association of the Guru. So no one is different. Okay. We are here because of Srila Prabhupada. How many of us here would have been celebrating Narasimha Chaturdasi if Prabhupada was not here? All these festivals that we are able to celebrate only because Prabhupada is there. And who asked Prabhupada to come? Krishna asked Prabhupada to come. Prabhupada said, I don't want to go. Krishna said, no, you go and you just write. Prabhupada said, no, but it will not be easy for me. He said, Prabhupada, Krishna says, no, I will dictate. And you write. You just go for some time. So because of the blessings of Krishna, we are having Prabhupada with us in our life. So, Yascha Prasada Bhagavad Prasado, right? And then Sakshat Haridvena. There is no difference. Guru is more merciful. Guru Govind dono lage kake lagu paye. Right? Balihari Guru apne chile Govind diye. Because of the blessings of spiritual master, we are able to see that. So with this, we conclude here. I'll summarize very quickly so that we focus on what should be taken away. And what is our key takeaway set of words? Seriousness. Yeah, please. What is that golden word? Krishna Grah, right? Atma. And then what all examples we took from Srila Prabhupada to make us fully believe that how Prabhupada is Krishna Grah, right? Atma. The example of Jaladuta, yes. And Chani Chowk, typewriter, yes. Right? And then most fortunate minus fortunate is equal to seriousness. So And if we have to have only one desire, then what is the desire? Not to have any other desire. And if we do so, then this is called the real service to Srila Prabhupada. So thank you so much, Mataji. It's right 12 o'clock. I don't know if I have exceeded the time. So we conclude it here, and then Krishna Agraha Grahit Atma, keyword for the day. Or that is seriousness. Okay, short. So if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, I have His Grace Krishna Gopaleshwaraji, Shri Prabhuji. So I'm fearless to take the question because Prabhujis are there and all of that.
Prabhuji, I have this question. It was a wonderful class, and thank you so much for coming to our center. Please keep coming and giving your association and all your sharing all your knowledge, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. And it is really very inspiring to follow whatever you said. We will definitely try to do, Prabhu. And Prabhu, this question, after Narasimha incarnation, Lord decided that he will come with his parents. So, what is the why did he decide like that?
Because Narasimha Dev wanted to experience how a child feels in his heart. When Prahlad Maharaj was super happy, Narasimha Dev was happy, but Prahlad Maharaj was super happy. Narasimha Dev was surprised. What is happening? Yeah, you should be happy. I was happy. But then what is the secret? So to experience that, and we connected it with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We wanted to experience it.
Thank you so much, Lord. Such a wonderful experience.
Very nice. One realization is that you should always be in the straight zone. How you face blind spots, straight zone, and comfort zones. After some time, we get used to that very nice one.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. When I was trying to do the revision, I forgot to recall this word, stretch. Thank you. So this is like our Bhakti Vriksha. Last is the preaching is the essence. So we preach so that we are bound to forget. When we hear what we spoke, she's helping us to. Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Vriksha leader.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Namaskar. So you told us that there is three different zones. So comfort zone and stretch zone we can understand, but what is the difference between stretch zone and crisis zone? For every individual person, that should be different. So how can we do the borderline between that?
Thank you, Maraji. Very important question and very practical. Answer is Bhagavad Gita 6.16. If we sleep over, or if we don't sleep, if we don't eat, or if we overeat, then we cannot practice Krishna consciousness. So yes, it is true that there is a super urgency of spreading Krishna consciousness. But then we have to be practical. If we stretch ourselves so much so that we go into the crisis zone, and then we don't have that adhikara. Goswamis could sleep for 1 hour, 2 hours. Right? Mood is good. I want to spread. Adhikara is not there. I am also not to sleep for 2 hours. I want to serve Srila Prabhupada. Step by step. So stretch. At we stretch, their blessings and mercy are there. If they empower, if we get the adhikara with their blessing, something what is stretch for us will become something which is crisis zone for us will become the stretch zone. Why? What is the proof? Because what is comfort zone for us was a stretch zone for us itself. This is the proof. We are all able to chant. Holding a mala was a how can these people chant? Right? We are able to chant somehow. Right? So yeah, does that answer the question? जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथ राष्ट्र भागवतम की श्री नरसिम्हा चतुर्दशी की प्रहलाद महाराज की